What is up, everybody? Good morning and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. So today you join me at United Rentals here in Henderson, Colorado. So today we are hauling a little mini dump truck over to Grand Junction, Colorado. So I figured let's go ahead and make a video about hauling a little dump truck. He just went to get a forklift because the ramp that we're using is falling off of its little pads that it's on. So he went to grab a forklift to lift this up so that we can slide these pads back. And no, I didn't run into it and push it back, but that'd have been good footage if I would have. But here he comes. And then this is the little dump truck that we're going to be hauling. Looks like it's a pretty new dump truck. It's a good looking little dump truck. So we're going to be taking this over to Grand Junction, Colorado, which is about 4 hours away, and then we're going to bounce over to Salt Lake. But the inside, yeah, it's good looking. Sorry, I had to cut you guys short there. He had to have me pull forward so he could lift up that little ramp to slide those pads underneath it. So I'm in my truck now while they lift that ramp up to get those pads back centered underneath the landing gear of that ramp so that they can lift it up to the height of my trailer so we can get this little dump truck on. But it's a nice little dump truck, little Freightliner it looked like. I didn't read the badge, but I can't see it from up here. I think it's a Freightliner, but it's like pretty nice little unit. But let me back up to this and we'll get her loaded up and strapped down. Well, chained down, not using straps, and we'll get headed to Grand Junction. Alright, the dump truck is loaded, as you've seen in the footage of them rolling it on. But what we are going to do now, essentially, is throw a chain per axle. Now, with that being said, the chain doesn't have to go around the axle, per se. If the truck has the little D-rings, the little hooks, any of that kind of stuff, that's what you're going to use usually, or that's what I use. That way, like on a new truck like this, which it is, yeah, it is a Freightliner, but all this stuff is brand new. I mean, this truck has to be brand new. I mean, crap, there's not even any dirt under here. But instead of throwing the chain and wrapping it around this front axle and messing up the powder coating or the undercoating, whatever they got going on under there, it has these hooks up here in the front bumper. So I'll use those hooks there, and then on this second chain, I don't really have a choice, but we're just going to throw it around the front of the leaf spring here, and then there's a clear shot, if you can see that, straight across to the other leaf spring. That way we miss these brake canisters and all the lines and everything. That way we don't risk rupturing anything or damaging anything, because The last thing you want to do on a piece of equipment is damage stuff, because stuff gets expensive, as we all know, on diesels. And then on the back here, you see the D-rings hanging from the underside. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction. I can't see my camera, it's off, and the touchscreen doesn't work with gloves on. So hopefully I'm in the general vicinity of where I'm supposed to be pointing. But these are the D-rings right here. There's 2 of them, so essentially we'll run the chain up through the D-rings across to the other side. And then as far as this goes, they didn't know how much this weighs. One thing you can do is get online, get on Google, and Google, you know, a Freightliner, whatever the truck number is, and Google it and see how much it weighs to see how many chains you need to throw. Essentially I'm running 3 chains, 1 per axle. That should be more than sufficient for this little guy. It's not a very big dump truck. Or you can check the inside of the door if you want to climb up there. It should have the GVR inside the door just like a regular diesel does, and so that would be your easiest option. If you can't get to that, then you can get on Google and search it that way. I was seeing if it was right here on this side little sticker, but it's not, and I haven't seen it on a VIN plate or anything underneath the frame as of yet. It could be on the other side. I haven't been to the other side yet. So like I said, this is the first one of these I've hauled, so I'm kind of unfamiliar with these, but that will give you an idea how many chains you need to throw. One thing with DOT, you need to make sure that you have enough binders for the weight is the biggest thing. And so say that they wanted, you know, 6 points of contact. It's not necessarily that you need to use 6 chains. You just have to have 6 binders on. And so what you would do is use a binder here, tighten this chain up. You'd hook your binder to this side of the chain and then back to this side of the chain, and then you would put all of your excess chain in the middle, and then you would do the same thing. You'd wrap the chain around that one over there, and you would use another binder on that leaf spring. So, and I might do that just to show you guys how you can use 1 chain with 2 binders. It gives you 2 points of contact to keep the DOT happy, because a lot of times they'll pull you into port if you only have 1 chain and 1 binder, if they think that you don't have enough chains per weight ratio, I guess you could say. So so yeah, I'll do that on this one just to show you guys what I mean. But and then yeah, let me finish up running these chains through the D-rings and over the axles and over the hills and through the woods to Mama's house and all that fun crap. So and I'll see you guys here in a minute. Alright, so I'm breathing heavy. If you can see that right there, what I've went and done is took 1 chain and turned it into 2. So you just run your chain, it's ran through the D-rings, and then all the excess chains here in the middle. But essentially you just run the chain back, put your binder on one side, tighten it down, and then do the same thing here. You know, you just run it through the D-ring back to the binder, and then the binder back to the chain on this side, tighten it down and leave all your excess in the middle. And so that's how you can turn essentially 1 chain into 2 chains. It just makes 1 20-foot chain into 2 small portions of chain. But I did the same thing here. Put a binder on each side, all the extra chains just hanging out in the middle, and then I'll essentially do the same thing to the front right here, but I haven't done it yet. I just wanted to hurry and film this because these guys are waiting for another truck to get loaded. So, but hopefully this helps you guys with hauling equipment. Same general idea anytime you haul anything with wheels, whether it's a little tractor over there or a backhoe or one of the high lifts or a loader, you know, it just all depends on weight. I did look, this thing's about 22,000 pounds, so I'm over chaining the hell out of it for the sake of the video. But where I'm going to go up over Eisenhower and Johnson, you know, who cares? So better be safe than sorry. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.